Hello and welcome back to 4,000 and Counting. I am Watty, this is Mark, and today we have another maybe controversial topic, maybe not. We did a video last week and we talked about the junior showcase versus conference and what we thought, basically what you guys thought as well. The polls spoke for himself. We've had a lot of very, very good feedback on that, and a lot of people have reached out, a lot of messages coming our way. And we talk about it was a success or was it not a success? Ultimately, we're kind of on the no side of it. However, some new information has come to light. It has come to light, right? It was a success. Show me the money, make it rain, bitch. Like, okay, so if I was to say to you folks at home, how much money do you think they made from that weekend? 10 grand? 20 grand? 50 grand? 145 fucking grand? What? And you still have the cheek to charge kids fucking £100 a child for England? By the time the apparel, by the time the merch, by the time the tickets and the fucking parents paid for probably everything, they made 145 bags last year. Where's that money going? Question number one, Mark.
Great to see the investment.
Sometimes when I do these podcasts, right, and we talk about this stuff, I'm very rarely lost for words. I'm a mouthy prick. Everyone knows that. I don't even know what to say, mate. Genuinely, like, fucking gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Like, legit.
Shocking.
Do you know what, people? I'm going to look directly down the camera and not at Mark for this one. If you feel aggrieved with that, please comment in the comment below. If you feel aggrieved, please share this podcast. If you feel aggrieved at the people that are taking your money and not reinvesting it back into your sport, comment, let them know. You know what their Twitter handle is. You know what their Facebook handle is. You know what their Instagram handle is. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. How are you making that much money off of that event? That says to me, okay, do you know what? I have a thought. If you made £145,000 and then you reinvested it and there was 20 tournaments this year, I have no issue. Couldn't give a shit. Fantastic. Great. Well done for making 145 grand. What I have an issue is you make 145 grand and it's sitting in your bank account. Now, Ashraf and all the others would have you believe that there's no money in that bank account. Maybe not £350,000. Yeah. Sitting on 350 grand, right? What are we doing here? Like, just genuine question mark. What the fuck are we doing here? Why?
It tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it, about ice hockey in the UK? And I don't speak about everything, but in this respect, the whole setup is being run to make money for themselves as opposed to developing the game. But it seems like we need to run things and make events to drive more audience and money to gain more profit for whatever else that they want to do. But it's clear that it's not being put back into hockey.
Okay,
Imagine
sorry,
a little bit of that being put into hockey. That could go a
50,
very long way.
50%,
Very
mate.
evident.
50%, 175 grand. What would 175 grand do for our fucking game right now? Just half of it. Keep the other half.
Amazing, yeah. Amazing what that could do.
Well, we've already shown with our plans for the charity game for 2024 what we are going to do with our money when we raise it and we fundraise it. I have deals with ice rinks all up and down the country. We are going to put on an astronomical amount of junior tournaments, one-day tournaments. We're a two-man band. Our boy G on the fucking producing as well. They got bored. They got members. They got people running around after us. It's us. We have jobs, girlfriends, wives, kids, whatever it is. You know, we like to train, we like to box. Like we have other shit going on. But yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna make that fucking happen for the kids. Because kids deserve it.
Yep.
And we want to see progression. And the only way we're going to see progression is if you invest the money. Someone said something very interesting to me this afternoon, and I hadn't thought of it. I happened to bring this up, and don't worry. Before this got on this podcast, I haven't spoke to anyone about this. Not even Mark. I didn't even tell him until before we came on, because I wanted to get a nice little reaction out of him. But I did, however, talk to one other hockey person today, and they said, "What about lawsuit they got coming their way?" Why the fuck are you sitting on that much money otherwise? Was it
It's a lot
interest?
of money to just have sat there, huh?
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of money. Pay this house outright tomorrow. Done. No mortgage. Done. Finished. That's how much money you're talking. Um, but we look at a facility like Danny Myers. Brilliant. Ozone. Fantastic. Okay, if you've got that sort of money, why are you not like sending kids down to the ozone all the fucking time? Why are you not like scholarshiping some kids? Why are we not trying to develop the game on a whole where that we can take it to that next level? If you haven't already, I urge you to go and listen to the podcast I chucked together in 45 minutes for Sam Chima. It came on the back of an Instagram message. I was doing my tax return. Cheems messages me. He's like, "What? Do you want to shoot shit at some point?" I'm like, "I got to go to work in like 50 minutes. I've got 45 minutes now." I didn't. I should have done my fucking tax return then, and I wouldn't have been a stressy prick last night. Try to get it done before like midnight. But I took the opportunity, and Sam will be back on, folks. Sam will be back on. Listen to that man, what he talks about. He wasn't Bobby Orr out there. He wasn't Wayne Gretzky out there. He's working with the New Jersey Devils. I want to correct a mistake as well that I made on that podcast because it wasn't until I got off. He said something about number 86. Oh, I got to work with 86. I went straight to Tampa Bay head at Kucherov. It's obviously Jack Hughes. Fucking penis. It's New Jersey. It was like,
Oh.
Tommy. So of course it's Jack Hughes. What a fucking idiot. And then I was going to edit it out. And then I was like, nah, I'm just going to take my fucking stupidity on the chin. But, you know, like, he's gone from playing on the island to coaching Jack Hughes in the space of 6 years. Don't let anybody tell you you can't develop.
So he knows what he's doing. Yeah.
He offered to help some of the national programs. And he's not right now, so figure that out the way you like to. But imagine having a guy like that offering his skills to you and you don't fucking snap his arm clean off at the shoulder. Yoink! Yep. Come in right here, son. Let's go. What can you teach us? How have you got 58 girls committed to Division 1 college? Do you understand? I don't think, but maybe some of you guys don't really know the NCAA route. That's absolutely fine. You might know more the major junior route. NCAA route on a full ride, that's a 200 grand full ride right there.
Yeah.
50 grand a year, NCAA. That's a 200 grand right away. You also, arguably, if the girls are smart and they do the right degree, they're probably walking out of there with a job that pays them 100 grand a year minimum. You get to be not only academic, which I would fucking hate. I think Wits talks about it. I'd be the guy that's doing, the history of Boston fucking course. It's like 2 hours, 2 hours a week. But like the ones that are academic and are smart, they have potential. They're going, big schools. Like Sam's telling me all about the schools they're going to. Absolutely amazing. Working with the Spanish national team, working with the French national team. Tell you what, take some of that 350 fucking grand, fly the guy out here business class, let him put his fucking feet up, and then let him run some hockey camps for you. Spend the money. Like, why are we not doing that? Why do we not have? And before I forget, quick shout out for the referees. I believe it's 30th of March in Telford. There's going to be a referee course. Make sure if that's your thing, get you're one of these pricks that are mouthing on Twitter, and I say that in jest, I'm not actually calling you a prick, but if you're one of these pricks that's mouthing on Twitter, giving it all the big balls, put up or shut up, baby. Let's see how you find it. I've refed before. I ref junior games and I ref rec games. Fucking hard, mate. Like it's so hard. So
I
hard.
couldn't do it.
My brain's especially got ADHD. I'm like, oh, he's on the forecheck. Oh wow, that was a sick hit. I was like, ooh, fuck. And I'm getting balls deep into the play and I'm just forgetting about the other 9 guys that are on the ice. I mean, like, it's so difficult, right? And
Yeah.
we do need some more officials in this country. So if you do fancy it, give it a go. You never know. You might be the next Liam Saul. You might be the next Mike Hicks. You might be the next, Ken Taggart or Mike Rowe, whoever it is. You might be the next guy, Elliot Davis, in the jungle, chasing Big Brando around on your Saturday afternoons. That might be you. And if you are, brilliant. Like, we need more people. Mark, I'm distracting myself by talking about the refs, but what were we talking about just before that?
You
Oh yeah, camps. Yeah,
you
sorry,
as well.
camps. No, but like spending money.
Oh,
So
to bring him over
that's right.
and to run camps.
I
That
know
would be
how I ended up getting to the refs. Why are we not? Brendan Walkham was playing in the fucking National League last year. His dad is one of the head instructors for NHL. Why was he not delivering fucking training camps for refs while he was here? Fly him and his missus over. If there's brothers or sisters, whoever. I think that would be a good use of money. I know technically
Yeah.
it's Ice Hockey UK. Why Ice Hockey UK not doing that then? You go, right, you're in town visiting your kid. You're going to be here for 2 weeks. We'll put you up for 4 of the nights, but you need to deliver a 2 or 3 day camp. Saves him some money. He gets a little bit of dough for the rest of his trip. And our officials get 4 days listening to the man talk. He ultimately would end up bringing people with him who are experienced. So Sam does a hockey school in Sweden, and he had 5 girls from the UK come out. He was telling me about some of these girls that he's got. Weapons, mate. Weapons. Like, he was like, what? They're so fucking good. He was like, they're so good, so fast, so strong, proper athletes. He also talks about another thing that doesn't cost any money. He has a French under 18 girl that plays for the national team who's out there in his program right now. She wears a heart rate monitor for every practice, right? Every workout. All that
Yeah.
all that information is straight back to the French Federation. How good is that? Having
Incredible. I want
sorry,
to I've got some news for you about summer camps, training camps. So actually it was this week. The Slovak training camp, summer camp, is in Brno this year. So yeah, you got the chance to go to Brno, a great city, and you get to train with Marek Chiliak, who is a former KHL, Czech Extraliga, Slovak Extraliga goalie. And he's playing in France, I believe, at the moment now. And Marek Jaloga, who plays for Kometa Brno, who is arguably one of the best skaters on the planet, and that is no
smooth as shit.
exaggeration. You can check him out if you look at him on YouTube. You'll see he holds, actually, I think the European record.
Oh, right. Just quickly, before I'm going off on a tangent here. Ladies and gents, you know we like the fisticuffs in this town. So, former NHLer Zach Cassian has signed for Sparta Prague. I'm going to be there watching their game a little bit later. But Mark sends me the video, right, of this fucking maniac. I don't know. What's his name, Mark?
Patrick Marcel.
Ladies and gents, look up Patrick Marcella right now, right? He is not having any of Zach Cassian's bullshit. He's like, welcome to the jungle, baby. Let's go. This guy's like a bare knuckle brawler, boxer, street fighter. Also, just happens to be in the Czech Extra League because he's sick at hockey as well. What are we saying? These boys gonna fucking titty first go around? I reckon they got to.
Yeah.
I reckon he's going to get
To give people
speed bags,
context,
mate.
everyone's going to know Cassian, but to give you context, Marcel is five. I think he's 5'7".
I
And
bet
he's
you're right, Eddie.
100, yeah, and he's 105 kilogram.
So he's your height, my
And
weight.
I believe he was a former Czech Olympic boxer as well.
Yeah, when I read it, it was something like
I
gold,
think.
the equivalent of like golden gloves and all that when you're a nipper. Like straight shooting savage. I can't wait to see it. You think you have problems with Matty Kachuk, son? Fucking hell, lad. You're about to get found out. That guy's gonna punch through your chin. And by the way, huge Zach Cassian fan. I am. Any guy that drops some mitts in the NHL is fucking right there in my book. I know you don't really like Sparta though, do you? So you
No.
probably can't wait for him to get dusted.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Also,
I'm
the league won it as well, because I'll tell you what, the league are really
bums on
passionate
seats,
about
mate.
progression of Czech hockey, and there's a lot of the Czech Extraliga attracts a lot of some very very good NHL players.
Oh yes, some of the
They
guys elite
don't like
prospects
it.
you sent me, mate. I was like, whoa, fucking games.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What was it? Eakin the other day, like 900 and something games. The guy the other day, 885 games, 780 games. Like there's some guys that are like full blown. We get excited when like a fucking tough guy plug that's played 7 games comes and signs in the elite league, and the Czech extra league have got like all stars and all sorts of shit going there.
But I want to go back to the summer
Sorry,
camp.
mate.
So
That's my
anyway,
fault.
you've got, I think he plays in the Magnus right now, but he played in the KHL for many years, played in the Czech Extraliga, the Slovak Extraliga. So Marek Chiliak, then you've got current Kometa Brno defender and one of the best skaters on the planet, Marek Jaloga, and you've got current forward Christian Pospíšil of Kometa
He,
Brno. And
how
it's
good
a
was he
summer
that
camp.
game we watched?
Man, he's on an absolute
Yeah.
heater right now. And
I
there's a
think he had
training
4 points in that game that we watched.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Kids, go do
Training
it.
camp for 5 days. 5 days, €429, and it's being trained by those three guys.
€429. Right, ladies and gents, I'm gonna get on the old converter right now. €429 in pounds. 366 Great British pounds. And I promise you, you will love Bruno. You will love Czech. And the rink is sick. Like it's so sick to get up every morning and get out and skate on that ice. The ice is great. The ice is like a sheet of glass, man. Like it's phenomenal. Please, I
Not
encourage.
just that.
Sorry,
You've
mate.
got you've got Marek Chiliak, who is an exceptional goalie. I've seen him play many, many times. He was in his day probably one of the best netminders in Europe. You've got Marek Jaloga, and this guy, honestly, look at him online. This guy is arguably one of the best skaters to ever skate in ice hockey. There's no exaggeration. And then you've got Pospíšil, who's one of the best players in the Extraliga, whose brother is currently with the Calgary Flames. And yeah, just you're going to gain like amazing netminder, amazing defenseman, and an amazing forward. Like that, I don't know. It's
Mate,
just such a
360.
phenomenal experience.
So 366 quid for 5 days. Or you could do 8 England trials for 800 quid. It's up to you.
There you go. And I can't even translate the rest of what's included in that price, but there's quite a big list.
That's phenomenal, ladies and gents. Let us know in the comments. I have to go to work once again because if you want to help me not go to work and be able to do longer podcasts, buy us a coffee. Please do. It does help. Self-funded right now, although we are in discussions with sponsors. We are also going to be bringing you some very, very exciting news come playoff time. And we will be dropping that information very, very soon. But genuinely, I think what Mark's discussing there is fantastic. Bruno, fantastic club, great people. You'll be well looked after. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Friday scrimmage if the fucking ultras come out and watch it because they're diehard people and they love this club, they love the sport. It's it's a great opportunity for you kids, man. I wish I kind of went down that route now, knowing more, being more experienced, being a bit older, I wish I had went and tried Europe somewhere, like fucking Czech 3 or Germany 3 or whatever it would have been. Now that I've seen what it's like in these countries, I have fucking FOMO, man, big time. I can't explain what the FOMO is like. Do you know what you get what I mean though, Mark, right?
Yeah.
I got fucking so much I got so much FOMO, like fear of missing out on that. Like, why? Why did I fucking stay in Basingstoke or Swindon? Don't get me wrong, got to play with some of my best mates forever. It was fun. But I wish I maybe now that I'm older and I'm settled and I've got my mortgage and I've got a kid, it's gone, you know what? Go try it for a year if you're in that. Like, go do it. I can completely see why Pelini's gone to Germany 3. Is it the best league? No. Because of fuck. Guys get paid good money to play hockey in a different country, bring up his new baby in a fucking cool city. Like any of that, any of you guys, I urge you to go try it. Kieran Brown, especially, #1 on the bloody list. I could talk about that kid all day. But let's go back. Let's finish this video on how we started it. In fact, actually, I'm going to finish this with a question. If you had £145,000 in your bank account, how would you spend it on UK hockey to improve it?
Hookers and cocaine.
Hey.
No, I'm just, by the way, before everyone can.
I was going to just try and bypass that comment like you didn't say it. Oh, that was so funny.
Oh, I'm getting cancelled.
Why fucking who? Good luck cancelling us. We ain't going anywhere.
That's a joke. By the way, I don't take cocaine and I don't use hookers, so thank you.
Half the weekends. No, he genuinely does it. He genuinely does it before people get their fucking knickers on the Swiss. But our genuine question to you is, if you had £145,000, how would you spend it? Our ambition is to raise fucking £30,000 to £40,000 in our charity games throughout this season. We've told you how we would spend that, and that equates to around about 30 one-day tournaments for the kids. Tell me how you'd spend your £145,000 to make sure that we continue to progress junior players in this country. But for now, I need to go to work. So we will love you and leave you. Please check out the episode with Erin Rose, Adam's Angels. Outstanding work, selfless. So proud,
really
of
good.
Erin. She's fucking done a great job. And also, please check out Sam Chima's episode. You want to listen about development and skills and just the brain, the brain. Not only that, he name drops about 50 skills coaches, development coaches. Listen, write them down. We've added them all on our Instagram accounts. Scrolling through the Instagram accounts, I've learned so much this week, and that was like 3 days ago. I would encourage you to do the same. But ladies and gents, peace.
Peace.